Hello, people. We're going to switch some things over here. Get noise from somewhere. Okay, I know what that's from. Good afternoon. Let's see if this works. Come on. Oh, there we go. I'm finally playing with my iPhone camera now. I kind of was like, why am I beating myself up trying to find that good camera that I had? And I thought the iPhone's supposed to be pretty good, so I thought I'd try it. And it looks a lot better than my old camera. We'll say that much. So kind of nice, really. I'm just kind of still learning what it can do and how to get it laid out. My computer's right over here off camera right now, but I thought this would be better for talking with, and I'll probably arrange it somewhere different. This was just the quickest place I could find to clamp it, and also I can kind of swing it around to show you what I'm working on. You can see in a different part of my studio than you saw before. So this will be fun. No one's out there yet, but hey, let's ping the Discords and let people know that I'm here. Figure the first couple of these are going to be slower because we're going to need to get a groove with it and find people who want to join it, who are bored. Bored as me on a Monday afternoon. So let me share this stream. Hey, you're going to get to see how all the sausage gets made on my channel because I am not a professional. I need to get a better mic than this. I hate this thing because these make my head hot, which is not a lot of fun having a hot head. Let me see where else I could possibly send that out to if anybody's bored. Come stream with me. Come stream with me. It's always more fun if there's people to interact with. But what I'm going to get doing here anyway, while I'm waiting for anyone to join here, is if you look down here, let's see if we can get a good view of this. Not really, but I'm getting the MPC hooked up next here for some very specific reasons. In the other room, I have copying right now. Last night I took some legally obtained, many years ago, DVDs from my Emulator X software, excuse me. I extracted the MoFat ROM library that this thing has over here, if you can see my hands here. The MoFat, that's what's in the EMU command station we were playing with last time. And I can use Chicken Translator to convert them into contact libraries. And then from there, I used Convert with Moss to convert them to the MPC, the Waldorf, Iridium format, and also the wave state, the Korg wave state. And now I'm going to kind of play with those in there because I'm kind of wanting to demonstrate something specific. I'm working on some content for the channel that's going to be, new content. For me, it's going to be a pre-made content instead of streamed, where I'm going to do a lot more production. It's a little bit more scripted. I'm trying to take my hands on it. I'm trying to learn Final Cut Pro, which, as someone told me this morning, if you could learn a DAW, you can learn Final Cut Pro. But then again, it's debatable whether or not I actually really know how to use a DAW. You've heard my stuff. I have like 4 tracks, and most of them are real time, and I just mix them. I'm more about the gear. I'm not going to be ever paid to be a musician. But I like playing with stuff, and I like a lot of you, I think, are out there. You just play with stuff. That's what we do. Whether or not we're actually going to make music careers of ourselves, I mean, I don't think that's happening. Anyway, so that's coming. I was also given the advice that I should show my face more, and I need to move where this camera is, because where it is right now, I keep wanting to look at myself on the screen and look over here, look over there, look at the screen, look at that. So doing YouTube like it's 2009, you know. So anyway, I'm working on getting the MPC hooked up. So let me see if we can move this camera so you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. I'm going to detach it from the table and reattach it somewhere else. Before that, I do that, I got to move the thing, move this thingy. Ooh. Move that thing. Oh. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, and actually we're going to switch back to, after I want all that, we're going to switch back over here to the Brio camera, the overhead, so that you can kind of see some of what I'm doing. I'm going to move this so you can see the MPC a bit more, because that's what I'm going to be working on, getting that plugged in. I tried routing a snake, but it's just, I used the short snake and it's just not long enough to reach, so I've got to get a longer snake to go to the patch bay there, so that's going to be a lot of fun, and then getting power and everything up to it. So we'll see what happens. Hey, somebody join the chat. Get to watch me hooking up cables again. So and you can all stare at Bumblebee while I'm head behind a patch bay for a few minutes, taking care of what I should have taken care of this morning. Okay. Okay, you're going to hear a lot of mic noises. I keep bumping it in on things. Oh. This is the joy of having stuff in your studios. You actually have to hook it up and deal with that. And they don't tell you that on Sweetwater. They don't tell you how much time you're going to spend just trying to get things to hooked up and working and connected and powered and all that stuff. They tell you, oh, it's going to be fun. Yeah, have a studio. It'll be great. You get to be your own intern. Okay. Bumblebee's going to move here. I've had this Bumblebee since I was in 6th or 7th grade. I don't know how it's lasted this long, but my son played with it too, and he didn't break it. It's still completely functional. The little heat sticker on the front even still works. I'm sure that's worth something to some collector or something, but not me. Okay, I'm gonna move this for a second. Okay, and now here's the fun parts. I have notes on the screen that you can't see telling me what colors go where. So where's my mouse? Because it's Windows behind. Not those. Okay. Gray. Brown. Come on, come on. Get unstuck. Untangle. Like just yelling at the cables will make them do what you want them to. White, black, blue. and yellow. Yay. Oh, I made a mistake. There's a little post here that they need to be around, because otherwise it will cause crimping problems. So second verse, same as the first. Okay, gotta follow my directions again. Great. Oh, don't want to lose that cable down there. I need that for something else. Not for this, but something else. Okay. I need to find a way to plug the iPhone camera in so it doesn't run on battery power. I'll need a longer cable, but we'll worry about that in a few minutes when we're actually using that. Okay, let's see. So that's there. Now to go grab the power, which was over here. Okay. Oop. Dangling cables. You don't get to see all that part, but is it going to fit under there? Or am I going to have to? Oh, it will. Good. Okay, now it's not going to quite fit because it's not going to go down. So after this, we'll have some synth chat. I don't know what this is that was plugged in, but oh, it was not plugged in anyway. It was just a power supply for something. So, yeah, my studio is an electrician's nightmare. It's a good thing that they don't inspect studios for code violations. Okay. And now we bring the cord back up here. Move this back so these cords aren't quite in the way of the display. Okay, we have power on that. And we have power on that. Now I don't have MIDI hooked up to this thing yet. It'll be a whole other issue because now we have to make a decision. Who's who's the master? Do I have the computer be the MIDI master over here, or do I have this be the MIDI master? Probably going to be this. Or excuse me, probably going to be the computer for right now. Okay, there we go. Let's just leave the project empty for right now. I do need to get a USB hub hooked up to this thing though, because having these things in the back is going to be a pain for getting anything in and out, and the card slots are on the back. It's one nice thing with the Akai Force that I have over there is that it's not like that. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Oh, and this is not making any sound anymore. Oh, I know why that is. That was the noisy thing before. Okay, back to the iPhone. Oh, not bad. I gotta work on this because it seems like I just, yeah, I don't know how I can zoom out here. Like with my other cameras, I have functions to do that, but it doesn't seem like there's a good way to get everything in one. And this arm I have it hooked up to is not perfect. It's too close. But hey, like I said, I didn't promise professionalism here. Let's do something. Let's get fancy here. Where's the other one? Okay. Wow, I'm an amateur. This is all the stuff that you should do before you actually go on cam and stuff like that, so that you can see me as I'm working on the stuff on the MPC. But hey, let's just do this since we can. Since it seems to work pretty well. Oh, come on. Okay, now you can see. Let's get this a little bit lower. So if I'm working on the MPC, you can actually see me working on the MPC. Well, we got to get that patched in now, because it's not currently patched into anything. The main output were the red and blue, or red and yellow. So okay. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is not ideal. I need something where I need to get this where I can get it to stand up like right there. Something. Disembodied head. This is disembodied head video that you're going to get out of this. Which I'm sure is a wonderful, wonderful look. Okay. Okay, now we need a sound here. Let's just load anything. Let's delete the. let's go for hype for no reason other than hype. We really need a keyboard because that is not fun to play. Yeah, it doesn't help that on the one you can't see over here on the on this one, it's got a keyboard, kind of, so I can know what key I'm playing. And these, I don't have any clue. Oh, mic's not picking up. Testing 1 2. Should be good. Can you hear it now? I hate this mic. I really do. If I bump it and it gets far away from my face, I have no way of knowing. Testing 1 2. Is that any better? Oh, well that would I'm editing the wrong channel in my mixer. Mic gain is pretty high. Is the overall level okay, or is it just the mic? Okay, good. Whereas now you're picking up my breath because I got no, the cap fell off of it. I don't know where it went. Also, tweaked my nose gate. My nose gate. It's for keeping my breath noises off. Tweak the noise gate a little bit, so maybe you'll get a little bit less of my random mouth noises. Which, hey, put this through reverb and we'll have an ambient track. Love that EMU sound. Not enough attack on it though. Oh, and instead of the reverb like I was running last time, if you were when you were on, last time, I've replaced that reverb with the Alesis MIDI Verb 4 with a patch I created on there. I was playing with that last night. I need to bring my computer monitor closer because my eyes don't work so good and I can't read it when it's that far away. In fact, I'm debating whether or not I should get rid of the Argosy desk and get something a little bit more ergonomic, or build something. Oh, something else I got that I'm going to get going for before my next stream is going to be a little. Sorry, I don't know why I'm sniffling. I'm having allergy problems today. Going to get the. I got a license to a company called Lumen. An application called Lumen that takes video. It's supposed to be a video synthesizer, and you can have video come in from a source and mess with it. I used it years ago, and I decided I'm going to integrate that in some of this too for when I'm just doing more of the playing, and just staring at me is not going to be something you really want to do. So. My Roomba is running its cycle upstairs in the living room above me. Every once in a while I hear it getting stuck on something, and I'm like, I think it's eating the floor. I used to know how to change the pads, change their key. I have to think about how to do that. It's been a while. They changed it too, so. There we go. Yeah, the kind of the IKEA stuff's nice. The problem I have there is, I am not a tall guy. I'm only 5'6", and all furniture is designed for people who are 6 feet or a minimum of like 5'9". So everything always feels high. So I do want to lower everything down, but then I lower it, and no one else can possibly use my studio. Not that anyone ever does, but you know. I kind of like the way the Argosy desk, as far as how it handles height, because it has, and it's hard to see, you can't really see here, but there's a very slight hutch where I have like the computer and gear back there, but then there's like this gear field where I have this stuff, and there's a pocket for all the cables to go in, and then I added a keyboard shelf myself, something that I had from another desk that didn't have one. And it was not too expensive. I think I got it just on Amazon or something. And I just messed it up. I realized somehow it got moved over. It's not centered properly. But yeah, and it works pretty good. It works pretty good. The thing I don't like is that the racks were made for people with really long arms, and I can't reach stuff that's from the seated position. I can't reach stuff. So. Yeah, you can see the thing down here, but that's where I keep my keyboard and mouse. See, I will actually like the idea of having just a giant touch screen. I mean, the problem with an iPad, the reason I don't like them for music is because they're too small. But give me a giant touch screen that's just the whole desk. That would be amazing. Give me Star Trek. Give me a keyboard when I need a keyboard, a mouse surface when I need a mouse surface, a paint palette when I need a paint palette, faders when I need faders. Give me that as a UI. That's always contextually accurate to what I need to do and customizable. That's what the iPad kind of promises, but it's too small. Yeah, that would be terrible. If I put this drawer any lower, it would be cutting off my legs. I'd actually like it about an inch higher because it doesn't need to be much. It has enough clearance for the mouse and keyboard, but it takes up a little bit too much space. And there's these little sharp corners on it that you can't see, but I'm always hitting my knees on them. And my wife's always asking, why did you hurt your knee? I'm like, oh, I was in the studio again. It happens. And with the MPC, they don't need to make the buttons this big. I would love it if they would make one that was like an 8x8 grid, like what the Force has, but over here. And then just the same screen. I love this layout for it because it's, play with the left hand, edit with the right hand. You can buy, Microsoft has, or they did anyway, have a version that you could buy, but it was, oh my God, they were very insanely expensive. The Roomba that I mentioned above me is going over a tiled floor in the kitchen now, and you can't hear it, but I can. It's going ka-thump, 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 ka-thump as it goes across the gridded tile floor, and I've just realized I'm synchronizing myself to the tempo of the Roomba going across the floor. So, guess I'll have to sample that later. Okay, how do we get that hooked up so I can play it from the keyboard? The USB will not work as MIDI on this thing. So I can't just plug it in there. I have to get USB cords to it. Oh boy. I think that's going to be for next time. Oh boy, 86-inch touch table? That's just showing off. Whoa. knocked my phone off the table. Or my mouse off the table. Okay. The EMU sounds so much better through the through the MIDI verb than it did through its own reverb, which is so bad. Okay. Well, I didn't have that much to show off today, so I'm not gonna do a real long stream. I think I'm gonna cut it off pretty much here. Um, but I don't know if I'll do one Wednesday or Friday. Probably more likely Friday, because Wednesday I've got a lot of things to do in the morning, so I won't have much time for setup. But next time we'll definitely get those patches in the MPC from the that I converted. See how that goes. I'll work on the cameras and some of the lighting in here, and maybe we can get something where we can see both of these two, get a good view of both at once. And I should be able to load up waveforms on the EMU and on the MPC, so we can see, really, I mean, what I'm kind of getting at is this worth it? Is it worth it to have these dinosaurs in your studio these days? What do they offer you that a modern piece of equipment like the MPC Live doesn't? Because it seems like these are cheap, but once you get those ROMs in there, once you're dealing with replacing parts that fail on them, and just the overall feeling of being a custodian, you're kind of a museum custodian. You're keeping the past alive with these things, and that's no fun. Not really. So, oh, that's interesting. Let's see. Where did it go? I have to reconnect to my stream here. My browser crashed. I have no idea how to. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can get back to where we were. Oh, there we are. Yeah. Yeah, with something like those screens, if you have to ask how much it costs, you can't afford it. That's just that simple. No one can afford it. If you have to ask about it, you're not going to be able to. No, it's not for you. Okay. Well, like I said, I'll be back on probably Friday, unlikely Wednesday, and I'll have definitely more prepared and structured for that because I have a little more time this week than I did over the weekend. The weekend turned out surprisingly busy. But anyway, thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you later.